This is my show, Death of a Gerbil. It's a bit of a fever dream, not gonna lie. We've only had like 4 or 5 rehearsals, so we're chilling. We're chilling. It's a great show, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Darren. He's a bookkeeper at Wilson and Smith. Third cubicle from the window, second floor. He recently got promoted to senior bookkeeper. He's an average guy with brown hair and eyes. He pays his taxes on time. He's also dead. At this point, Darren does not know he's dead yet. Next, number 42. 42, number 42. Going once. Going twice. So, number 42.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm gonna get bored this year.
I think so. Excuse me, sir, but who are you?
More to the point. Who are you?
Oh, sorry. I'm Darren Gerbil. It's been a really weird day.
So, right, my boy, I suppose being hit by a double-decker bus did confuse you. It's quite common, really.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Name.
Darren Gerbil. Hang on, sorry. Did you say I was hit by a bus?
Yes, you were hit by a double-decker red number 42 bus. Jersey to South Hills, and that's why you are here.
Is this the hospital?
No.
The emergency room at the hospital?
No.
Doctor's office?
No.
Then where?
Look, I'm sorry to break this to you, what? But you are dead.
Look, I can't be dead.
This is the Pearly Gates headquarters. This is where we process your application. In order to process your application, I need you to fill out forms A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I, and J. Once your application has been processed, you will be allocated. And according to your allocation designation, you will be sent to destination heaven. Hell. Purgatory. Please remember to fill out all forms and submit. And don't worry, we got this. Don't expect you to burn it yourself.
Hang on. You didn't give me Form H. Don't I need to fill out Form H as well?
Let's see. Were you in possession of a stolen spacecraft and did that spacecraft illegally crash land on Area 52 or not?
You know what? I think you're right. That's not me. So, I'm actually dead?
You were hit by a double-decker bus! They did that better.
I don't even remember being hit by a bus.
Probably for the better that you don't.
Really? Dead? Are you sure there hasn't been some mistake?
Let's see, shall Derek Gerbil was it Gerbil?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Gerbil. There were Gable, there were Geddes, before. Honestly, you're trying to come up with something more original. Not that I'm not telling you it's a lovely name. It's just a bit over dramatic. Yeah. They're good.
What's?
There must be some mistake.
Aha!
This is highly irregular.
Told you.
Now listen here, young man. You would not be here if you were not dead.
Well, if I'm not in the book, perhaps I'm not really
The
dead.
system is infallible.
Clearly.
Someone must have misfollowed your paperwork. It will be traced. The system is infallible. And just because you're on my system does not mean you are not dead.
Okay, so what happens now? Must I just wait? How long must I wait?
500 years, give or take.
500 years? What am I supposed to do for 500 years? There's not even a vending machine.
You can't wait here.
Why not?
Because we're occupying the virtual queue. Only once your application has been processed will the following be executed.
Executed? You mean someone down there is waiting for... Oh, no.
It was a figure of speech.
Oh, thank goodness.
We'll be sitting you down until such time as your paperwork can be traced.
Cool. It'll be good to be home for a while.
No. No, that will not be suitable now.
Why not?
Because you've been dead and buried these past 6 months now. The rest will not be going down as yourself, but merely a spiritual mirror. You'll know myself.
You mean like a ghost?
Precisely. Now stand that still. It shouldn't be too hard for you. You know, consider it. Well, you know.
Just get on with it. Look, you don't understand.
Of course I understand! You're a filthy sex pervert and you've come into my house and spent some time in your way with me to take me in strange, erotic or sensual ways, and I'm telling you straight. It's not gonna happen. Nope. No way. Please.
I don't want you in, sensual ways.
We're not. Why are you here then? Let me guess. We're gonna rob me blind and you decided to take a nice snooze on the couch before you started collecting your loot. Why not have a cup of tea while you're at it?
Look, I'm not here to have sex with you, or take you in, strange, erotic, or sensual ways. I'm definitely not here to rob you. I'm just here. You're not even supposed to be able to see me, I think.
Why are you here then?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. But don't worry, I'll leave. Sorry for the fright I gave you.
Wait, what? What was that you just said?
I'm going to leave now?
No, before that, after you said you went pillaging sex maniac.
That I didn't think you'd be able to see me.
Okay, never mind, you can leave.
Thanks. Goodbye? It was nice meeting you.
Likewise, strangely. I'm Jane, by the way.
I'm Darren. Darren Gerbil. I don't seem to be able to leave.
I knew it! You're a ghost, right?
I think tell me. How did you know that?
Look,
The Idiot's Guide to Ghosts and Hauntings?
page 76, hauntings. Ghosts are prevented from leaving the place that they haunt and are restricted from doing so by the powers that be. What happened if you tried to leave?
I don't know. I can't really describe it. Like a force keeping me here or something.
That's it then. I know.
Sorry, you seem to be stuck with me. Heaven only knows why they sent me to someone who can actually see me. I think it's bizarre, but there's nothing I can do about it.
So, how did you die?
That's just it. I don't remember dying at all. One minute, I'm looking at this woman crossing the road, and the next I'm at the pearly gates being processed. Only they lost my paperwork.
They lost your paperwork? That doesn't seem right. You're infallible. Infallible!
I've had this conversation already.
Tea? To go see a drink tea?
Let's look, shall we? Okay. Chapter 5, Everyday Needs. Ghosts do not need to eat or drink. Idiot, time for here right now.
Well, you're in luck, because I've got one if you want it. Here.
Thanks. Oh, hey, it just went right through me.
That's so weird. I didn't think ghosts could even hold physical items. Let's see what the book says about it. Okay. On rare occasions, some ghosts can actually pick things up.
Like poltergeists? Don't they hurl things across rooms and stuff?
This happens when a ghost feels a strong emotion such as anger. There's your poltergeist thingy.
Well, I'm not angry.
No, you're not.
I wonder why.
That's it. You do have a strong emotion. It's confusion. That's funny.
What? No, it's not.
Sorry, but it seems the book was right. Poetry's infallible. Infallible!
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes?
So, what do you propose to do with me?
I don't know. You can always do the dishes.
Will I need to sleep, though?
Probably not. I mean, you are dead, you know.
Please stop reminding me of that fact. I've had a lot to handle today.
Well, it's not like I asked to be haunted either.
Sorry. Oh, I could do your books for you. I'm a bookkeeper, you know.
I'm between jobs for the moment.
Oh, so what do you do when you're not in between jobs then?
Well, I'm a student, kind of, part-time. I wanted to study law, but there's kind of a conflict of interest with my tropes. They want me to do oral readings and seances. It's just so unfair. Sorry, I don't know why I'm even telling you this. It's not that I know you at all.
That's okay. You might get to know me pretty well, so you may as well spill now.
Thanks. You're okay, though, for spirit.
Thanks, but I wish there was something I can do about this.
Like resurrect yourself? I don't think you'd want to do that. Being a zombie is not always cut out to be.
You know this personally?
No, but my mother knows about it.
Says that she goes to him. He goes to her for therapy. Says that it's a high maintenance life and physical difficulties of,
You know, constant decomposition.
By replacement lens yourself.
Let's work in board. I believe it's quite a hassle.
Yuck.
Trust me, resurrection is not the way to go.
Got it. To be frank, you seem very nice and all, but I don't want to stay here in this one-bedroom apartment for possibly 5 centuries.
I agree. I'm kind of a private person as it is, and you really can't be here.
Any bright ideas then?
I know.
Just threw salt at me. Wait, my eye. KFC chili salt? And this is supposed to banish me how?
It works on the TV show about the brothers who fight ghosts and demons.
Actually, it's called Supernatural. Oh, I think you use spiritual granular salt or something, not KFC chili salt. Who knows how much salt is really in that anyway? It's probably mostly preservatives.
Well, it's the only one I had.
Hey, next time, throw it over your left shoulder. Perhaps it'll bring you good luck.
Be an idiot. Let's see. There we go. Exorcism for dummies. All of the materials you need to perform a stage 1 exorcism. Stage 1 being that the spirit is cooperative, not evil or malign in any way. You're not uncooperative people in the line, now, are you?
Well, my roommate did complain about me not washing the dishes enough. Does that count?
I don't think so.
Believe me, the way she
It really doesn't count.
Well, luckily, this ghostly state is only temporary. I should only be a ghost for between 1 week, possibly 500 years.
Great. Well, the thing is, I would like to have you out of here by tonight, if possible.
Why tonight? I figured I'd put my feet up, watch a little TV.
Hey! My boyfriend's coming over tonight. He wants to talk to me about taking our relationship to the next level.
Oh, really? You do know that it's nailed for he wants to sleep with you?
No, it's not! Do you think it is? I thought it might be, but I really wasn't sure.
He wants to try to sleep with you at any rate, and in all likelihood, he will give you a very convincing reason why he should.
God, what do?
What do you usually do in situations like these?
I don't know, it's been a long time, okay?
Embarrassing. So, how about that exorcism then?
Fine, whatever. Ingredients. Okay. Holy water, sacred candles, rope. I don't think we need the rope. I mean, it's not like we're possessing some guy who can get you out, right?
But you still need the holy water and sacred candles, I think.
I have the holy water. It's on the bookshelf. Sacred candles I don't know.
Hey, what kind of girl keeps holy water on her bookshelf anyway?
The kind of a strange ghost in her apartment. Guess we'll go find some candles then.
I'll be here.
Where else would you be?
I wonder if I could exercise myself if I read all this out. Hey, what happens to a ghost wants to exercise anyway? I hope she doesn't send me back to pearly gates again before I'm properly filed in facts. Oh no, we just couldn't have that. The system is infallible. Oh, stop!
Now, before you interrupt me with any meaningless clatter asking fatuous questions, let me just say one thing. Bottoms up! No, that's better. Let's get on with it.
With what?
They sent me for you.
They did?
I guess I'm here to sort this almighty balls up once and for all.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to sort this mess out, okay? Hey, can you move this for me?
You want me to hold your side, but then how?
No, it's not my side. It's my girlfriend's side. She's a reaper, you know, a grim reaper, and a darn sexy one, I might add. Besides.
Why don't you lean in on the sink in the kitchen?
Oh. No, you can hold it, thanks. No, it's not working. I'm taking in on its 10,000 soul service. You know, it's crazy how quickly a sight can be blunt on a stubborn soul. No, but after this, she'll be running smooth as a baby's bottom. Besides.
Perhaps it wasn't that one after all. Sorry, but who are you?
I'm your guardian angel. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I was your guardian angel. And tell me, you made that stupid mistake and walked in front of that bus.
Guardian angel? Hang on. Before I ask the obvious, let me start by saying that I don't believe in all of this slightest. I mean, don't look like a guardian angel at all, to be frank.
Not Frank. Rodney's in Haynes and Hender's life skill and expertise.
Like that, let's put it online and see what happened.
Hi, Rodney? I still don't believe you, by the way.
Look, I know all humans are going to come and submit that angels have no wings and no tip-side halo, but here in the real world, it's rough and it's tough and the halo keeps on falling apart.
Right.
Joke, funny. No, you never did have a sense of humor, did you, Darren?
Look, if you don't mind, I'm having rather a bad day here. So, do you mind? Kind of occupied here.
Can't do that.
Look, if you're worried about what the big boss in the sky will say, don't worry. I won't mention a thing about abstaining from guardian angel duty. Cross my heart and hope to, oh, you know what I mean.
Darren, look, I'm your guardian angel. I'm sorry, I was your guardian angel. There's been a major screw up here, and I've been sent down to sort this bureaucratic nightmare out before St. Peter's implodes from the stress. So you think you're having a bad day? I've had a day from hell myself.
Look, I'm pretty sure that dying is pretty much top of the bad day list right now.
Darren, you weren't meant to die.
Oh. What?
You weren't meant to die. You weren't meant to get hit by that bus.
Oh, if I wasn't, then why?
Women. Specifically, a woman. She distracted you, and that's why you got hit.
The woman with the red top.
Specifically, with a low-cut red top revealing a little bit more of the breast area than is needed, coupled with a push-up bra to achieve maximum cleavage effects designed to drag the average male to drink. Speaking of which, or curious as what her nipples really do look like. That's what a man driving him brain to a bush, or driving him to step in front of that bus.
Oh, so that was what happened. Hang on, you were there?
Of course I was there. Oh, to guardian angel, that's what I do. Sorry, it did.
So you've been there my whole entire life.
Yeah, who do you think immediately moved that bush in the house when you Superman your way on that roof?
I always wondered about that. Thanks. So wait a minute, you've been there my whole entire life?
Your whole life, yes.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're my guardian angel, and you've been there my whole entire life. And you watched me get splattered by a bus? Isn't that the type of thing a guardian angel is supposed to prevent?
Yeah, but if one's assigned human is silly enough to focus his entire attention on some arbitrary tatas and legs and a small but sexy tattoo on the back of her calf, there wasn't a damn thing I could do about that. It's your fault, really. You got hit by that bus because you allowed yourself to get moved by your plans.
Okay, so you're my guardian angel, and I am now strictly speaking as dead as a doornail. Why are you here?
I'm your assigned caseworker, and I've been sent here to sort this debacle out. First of all, I need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, so do all guardian angels get changed to caseworkers when their human dies?
Yeah.
How close were you to me then? Did you have to be in the same room as me, or could you be on the roof of the house or something? You see, I always felt like there was a presence in my bedroom. I just knew it. And my mother always told me I was lying.
That was a great on you said. You know, she's a real nice person. That somebody really needs to tell them when you hit the ripe old age of 96, to see through 90 might have the opposite effect on people. No, to answer your question, a guardian angel has to be within 1 meter of his assigned human at all times.
Oh, meter, huh?
Yeah, like a rope.
I was standing in the middle of the road when I got hit, right?
You know, the details are all hazy. It happened so fast. Gerbil, how do you spell that anyway? Gerbil.
Road is about 5 meters wide. That must mean that you were standing with me when it happened.
Yeah.
I passed that woman and then stopped in the road to have a second look. Hang on, she was facing me. I never saw the tattoo.
Look, you snooze, you lose.
But if you saw the tattoo, that must mean that you were behind her. Hang on, hey! You weren't with me. You stayed behind on the sidewalk to get another look. That's why you saw the tattoo. That's why you didn't see the bus. And that's why I died an untimely death. You lecherous drunk.
Look, at which you die happy, huh?
You jerk! How could you say that? I had things I wanted to do with my life. I had plans.
Look, it was a mistake. I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Not with my life.
Look, all surgeons, look, ask any surgeon. All surgeons kill patients. It's a documented fact.
But you're not a surgeon. You are a guardian angel. Guardian angel who doesn't even know how to spell my damn name. Just my luck. Other people get to have their lives saved in the nick of time by a beautiful female angel. I, on the other hand, get a lecherous, alcoholic, middle-aged idiot of a guardian angel. Wait a minute. You're not a guardian angel. You're a caseworker. You got fired, didn't you?
Like the Mohit, talk about an almighty forgiveness.
Okay, so it was a mistake to let me die. Are you here to correct your mistake?
You can't bring it back if that's what you're asking. Once you're dead, your will is dead. Sorry, man.
Okay, so what happens now?
Well, we fill out these forms in triplicate, and then we wait.
How long?
Until they process you. Then you go where you're going, and I'll go back to being someone else's assigned caseworker. Then we're all happy under the circumstances.
Look, you didn't end up dead because your guardian angel was perving over some hot chick.
Look, you know how long it's going to take me to work my way back up to there? It's going to take me another 1,000 cases to work my way back up. If the guardian angel, if they'll even let me go that route, and another 1,000 to have them acquired. The average person lives 70 years. That's
140,000 years.
That's life itself may be extinct by then. You think you're having a bad day?
Okay, so we wait.
Yep. I got to take a drink.
Ugh. This is salt. Do you always drink this much?
Oh, no, I could be far worse. Take Simon the War, for instance.
You were the avenging angel?
No, I just went along to watch spectator sport, you know. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Oh, man. Look, there's something that you should know. There's a girl that lives here. She can see me. She sees dead people.
Okay. She can't see me unless I make myself a living human being.
Okay. So wait a minute. Do you have to stay here the whole entire time? Or could you just go up and then come back down once the paperwork is processed?
Oh, I see. So she's a little hottie. You'd rather not have old Rodney here worrying at her, is that it?
Something like that. She seems decent enough. Far more decent than you at any rate. Oh, that's not hard.
Look, I think it might be a good idea if I stay here and watch over you. You know, it'd be best.
Well, considering you've done such a great job of that already, are you sure you're not staying because of Jade?
Of course, I cross my heart and hope to God is golden heaven. She's a little hottie. Too late for you and him. Not wink, say no more, say no more.
Well, yes, but...
I got to take the candles to the access room.
Access is a bad idea. Every bad idea.
Why?
Because that's what the ritual says, dummy. I thought you couldn't drink! How on earth?
Apologies. Let me help you clear up a bit.
I really don't understand where all these come from.
Where can I put this?
A good stiff one would be right for good right now. And trust me, you'll need it if she goes along with that exorcism.
Good stiff one would be great right now, regardless.
Pardon?
Please explain what you meant by that.
No, you explain what you meant by that.
Nothing. Sorry. Now, where can I put this?
Like I said, this exorcism thing is a crap idea. Crap!
Crap.
Over here, are you blind? What did you do?
It wasn't me.
Really?
Really. Hey.
These things have a mind of their own.
Look, just don't do it again. I'm not that kind of girl, okay?
Okay, sorry. Now, let me help you clear up a bit.
Okay. Really? Again?
Sorry, these, hands have a mind of their own.
You're disgusting.
I know.
This is great, isn't it?
No, it's not.
What isn't?
You're acting rather strangely. Have you been drinking the holy water?
No, it's just that, do you think this exorcism is such a good idea after all? Help me here.
I thought we talked about this. It will help you.
You changed your mind.
You've changed your mind. I mean, I changed my mind.
Why?
Why?
You've got to have a reason.
If you go with this exorcism, you're stuck here forever. Forever, you hear me?
I'll be stuck forever.
No, if we don't do this, we'll be stuck here forever. And I like this apartment. I'm not moving. So, you gotta go. Where's that book?
You mean this book?
Yeah, hand it here.
Don't let her get a hold of that.
No.
Give it to me.
No.
How am I getting tired of the nose?
Give it to me. Don't be so bitter.
You're a picture. Leave me alone.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go on.
That's it. You're really dead. Where was I?
won't be any trouble at all. I can give you advice about your date, a male perspective. Okay? No? Please just listen.
Now, I sprinkle you with the holy water. Look. Hey. Now, say the following incantation. Add the onion and saute till lightly brown. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, even exercise need a last meal.
Don't be a moron. The page is missing. The lady at the top swore it was new. What a rip-off.
Oh, it's so gross.
Well, that's not exactly how I put it, but okay.
Oh, so what happens now?
I'm calling professionals. I'm calling St. Peter's.
What? Are you calling them to report a theft of sacred candles?
No, I'm calling to get you professionally exercised.
Do something!
It's a bad idea, bad idea. You're toast, you hear me? You're toast.
I am doing something. And no, you can't come out of the circle to pinch my butt again. Sorry to spoil your afterlife.
St. Peter's here.
Good day. I'm looking for an exorcist.
Good day, you're through to St. Peter's. The cares me to inquire about the Mass. We have a Mass every day at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Sorry to interrupt, but do you have anybody there who does exorcisms?
Except on Christmas when we have a midnight Mass.
This is the Catholic Church, right?
Yes, here.
Great. I'm being possessed.
Sorry, we don't do films. Have you checked the video store?
Look, there is really a ghost in my apartment who's very unwelcome, and I need somebody to come and exorcise him. Can you help me or not?
Exorcism is a very old practice, burning up witches and stuff.
Burning of the witches?
Nasty business. Very nasty business.
Yeah, sure. Are you gonna help me or not? Come on.
Something we go on.
Please, I'm begging you.
Very well now. We'll be right over.
Oh, I see
What is
the
Sue
light.
doing?
Do you see that light?
No.
Oh, is it just the roof?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes?
I'm from the church.
From St. Peter's?
Hear about the ghost.
That was quick.
When it comes to these spawns of hell, we don't mess around now. Where is the offending spirit?
He's over there, but I would say he's a spawn of hell exactly.
Oh my, I can see it, miss. He's evil and he deserves everything he gets. Oh.
Well,
What has he done to tempt you? Has he offered you a place in heaven for your everlasting soul?
no, I mean, he made a little bit of a mess. To be fair, he did clean up after himself, mostly.
Has he offered you the favors in the month? Sexual needs.
Oh, come on. Not really asking, more like a few slaps on the butt.
Oh, and do a little slap and tickle, are you?
No, not me, him.
Oh, okay. I see. Before we get on with carrying this soul back to hell, may I ask you a few
You're
questions?
gonna send him to hell?
Yes, evil like that deserves no less.
I mean, he's annoying, but you're not gonna, like, put him in a bottle or something?
Hello, I'm right here listening. Do you wanting to follow me forever?
Oh no, evil like that, to hell he must go. Fetch me the holy water and the sacred candles.
Actually, I think I've changed my mind. I'm not gonna be needing your services anymore.
You sure?
Yes, so you can just go back to the church and tell them I changed my mind.
Not even a little slap and tickle?
No! Please!
Okay, don't say
Now.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh. Is he gone?
Thank God.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
I'm gonna help you, but okay.
oh, thanks. Oh, my God. Oh, and for not following me for all eternity. So, you're stuck with me.
You're welcome, and I guess that I am. What am I saying? That's so weird. It's a clipboard that has your name on it, see?
What? Let me see. What a surprise. They spelled my name wrong. Then A instead of I.
Fancy a job?
What a surprise.
Funny weather we're having these days. 1 minute it's sunshine, the next it's rain and cats and dogs. But then it is that time of year. This city is a very strange place with strange weather and strange people. And fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not strange. I'm sure you're not either. Nope, we're just two old folks spending a summer afternoon in the park. You're just you and I'm just me. But the weather, now that's another story. It's strange, but when I was a boy, it used to be the only thing you could count on was the weather. The whole world has been turned topsy-turvy, or at least today. I can't figure any of this new world out, can you? Well, I sure can. I mean, even the weather reports are different. You used to get, there will be rain today, with temperatures in the 80s. Now it's just wind chills, frost warnings, satellite pictures, and temperatures in Celsius. Oh, did I tell you? They say we're headed for a new ice age. Well, it's true. To break out that new coat will grow up. Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah. Do you think it's gonna rain? What do you think? I have an umbrella in case we need it. Be prepared. That's my motto. Well, it's someone's. Might as well be mine, right? So, can you hear me? Oh, I know. Your hearing aid batteries are dead. Your grandkids were too busy watching MTV to run down to the local 5 and 10 store and buy you a new set.
No, that is not it. I do not wear a hearing aid, and I do not have grandchildren who watch MTV. In fact, I have no grandchildren.
Aha! You can talk.
Yes, when I have something intelligent to say.
Neither do I.
Neither do you what?
Neither do I have any grandchildren. I never married. How about you? Ever get hitched?
Now I don't see where that's any of your business.
Well, actually, it isn't any of my business, but asking questions helps get the conversation going. This one doesn't seem to be going much of anywhere. But for the record, I never married. Neither do you. I can tell.
You can. Now how can you do that?
It's in the eyes, seriously. They have that look.
What look?
The look of someone who almost got married, but didn't.
You're so smart.
So I was right, huh?
I never said that.
Well, whatever. I do love coming to the park. There's so much you can do. Go for a rowboat ride, go on a run, walk your dog. Do you have a dog?
No, I'm allergic to animal hair.
I had a girlfriend who was like that once. She sneezed at the mere mention of a dog or a cat.
I know the feeling. Achoo!
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
I do love coming to the park. You know what I like to do the most?
I'm afraid to ask.
I like to watch the children play. It makes me feel young again. I was once, you know.
I'll bet you were.
So what do you like to do?
Sit on this particular park bench and quietly knit.
Oh, that sounds really exciting. Especially if you drop a stitch or run out of some of that yarn.
And I'd let you never run out of yours.
What?
It was a joke.
Oh, you like jokes?
Yes. My boyfriend had such a wonderful sense of humor.
My girlfriend loved mine, but that was a long time ago. Must be nearly 50 years.
A long time ago.
Just what are you knitting at?
It's a sweater for the winter. The landlord in my building never tends to heat up above 58 degrees in winter. It's almost freezing. I can't take the cold anymore. And to think I used to love skiing.
My girlfriend loves skiing, but I never did.
That sounds like my boyfriend. Anyway, my landlord is so cheap that we all freeze in winter when he lowers the heat.
You can't do that. That's illegal. You ought to report it.
I would if I had a phone or someplace else to go. But finding an apartment on my fixed income in this city is like finding a needle in a haystack. And my eyes aren't what they used to be, so I freeze.
I know what you mean. My apartment is either freezing in the winter or stifling in the summer. Let me tell you, I'm looking forward to that new ice age, at least in July or August. You do like to knit, don't you?
Yes, it keeps my mind occupied. There isn't much else to do anymore.
I tried joining one of those senior citizen clubs, but it's too far from my apartment.
Take a bus.
Who can afford a bus? I can hardly afford a new umbrella.
Looks like that one's seen better days.
Oh, it's been through its share of hurricanes and downpours. How about you?
Oh, I've been through a few storms in my day, but for the most part I'm okay. Except for the arthritis and the lumbago.
Don't forget the cataracts and the famous osteoporosis. It's very popular these days. Drink plenty of milk. That will get out.
Look, if I don't have it now, I don't think I'll ever get it.
You can never be too careful. Just drink the milk to be safe. But then, where's that cholesterol?
That too. Still, regardless of rain, snow, or hail, I still haven't lost the ability to knit.
You're pretty good, too. You ever win any knit speed races? You think it's gonna rain? What do you think?
I don't know. It could rain. Then again, it might not rain.
Sure, it could snow.
Snow.
We had snow once in April.
That was then. This is now, remember? The world is tipped.
How do your bones feel?
I beg your pardon. How do yours feel, Bob?
Excellent. I have great bones for an old geezer. I'm sorry if I offended you. I just meant as your arthritis give you action weather balloons. Mine get so good, I can feel it when a train is passing beneath us in the middle of subterranean. So there goes the 1245 from Times Square.
funny.
What is this? Are you laughing? You should be knitting.
Oh, I know. It's just, I had this boyfriend once. He made these silly jokes. But as you so aptly put it, that was so long ago.
I do love coming to the park, whether it's winter, summer, spring, or fall. I still love it. You know what I like to do most?
I'm almost afraid to ask.
Almost, but not quite, huh?
That's what I said.
You're improving.
So what do you do for fun?
I used to ski, play tennis, golf. Wait a minute. Did you hear that?
What is it now?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to annoy you while you were knitting. I was just listening to the myriad sounds of this sultry summer day. But what do I hear? What a robin. Pointed at you, thinking you'd like to hear it too.
It's all the same to me. And that's not a robin, that's a pigeon. Don't you know the difference?
Sure. I was just testing you. Now you hear that? That is really something. Now that's an emergency medical services ambulance off to the rescue, but hopelessly trapped by good luck. Not as romantic as the sound of a robin or a pigeon, but still part of the vast life, the vast mystery of life in the big city. I love this city. How about you?
I prefer anywhere else, primarily Florida, especially in winter. Actually, it's not bad in summer either. Not as many people around to annoy you while you're trying to knit.
You knit all year round out there without a single interruption like that.
Yes, it's so quiet. I do like quiet. Yes, your fingers never freeze up.
You have family down there in Florida?
You certainly are a nosy old man.
Comes from living alone for so long. Tend to talk to anyone you meet.
Yes, anyone. I've noticed.
Anyone, even compulsive knitters. Well, I had even talked to a punk rocker the other day. He had hair like a porcupine and safety pins for earrings.
And what did you talk about?
About fashion. He was into dog collars, and I told him I once had the very same dog collar.
You were a dog collar. Are you telling me that you were or are a punk rocker?
I'm telling you, I once had a dog. He was a lot like you. He seldom spoke. Then he died.
I guess you talked him to death. I guess you will talk to anyone.
Yeah, even little old ladies in the park who knit non-stop.
I'm sorry if it bothers you that I knit, but it's what I like to do. It's my thing, as the young people say. Don't you have any hobbies?
I tried model boat building once, but when my first boat sunk, I threw in the towel.
You certainly give up easy, don't you? At least when it comes to model boat building.
Me? Give up easy? Do you have any idea how long it takes to build a model boat these days?
I have the foggiest notion.
Well, let's just say Noah had it easy. Plus, his instructions came straight from, you know who? But when your instructions are coming from a model boat building company, you're in trouble.
So how long did it take you to build? 40 days and 40 nights?
I wish. 16 months and 23 days. And then it sunk in 23 seconds. That was the end of my model boat building stage. Where was I? Oh, you know what I like to do for fun most? I used to ski, play tennis, golf, ice skate, but now I've just settled for long walks in the park.
You can be with nature.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It does get pretty wild around here sometimes, but I enjoy it. You end up walking far enough in the grass that direction, you're gonna end up sitting. Just a friendly warning. Look at those youngsters. Sitting side by side, walking hand in hand there. There are even a few sitting real close on the benches like us.
Do you do this to all the women you meet in the park, or have you singled me out for a particular abuse?
I just like to chat. Isn't it romantic the way they snuggle like that?
I wouldn't know. My snuggling days are over.
Not for me. And you shouldn't think that either. Why, you can never tell where your next snuggle is going to come from.
I know where it won't come from.
Oh, I bet you jumped at the opportunity. But besides, it could be fun. At least from what I remember.
I really don't care. And I would not jump at the opportunity, as you put it. I just couldn't. What kind of woman do you think I am? Those days are over for me.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Now that's a switch.
What is?
You're actually agreeing with me for once.
I give up. I know when I've met my match. I surrender. I won't argue with you anymore, okay?
Funny.
What is?
The way you said that, it sounded vaguely familiar.
Oh, it's just age. It happens when you get to be senior citizens.
Not to me, it happens.
Well, maybe it's just me, but either everything seems familiar or nothing does. You want to play hide and seek?
Don't be silly, we are not children.
Okay, how about a video game? Zaxxon, Dicta, Space Invaders? How are you with the joystick?
I beg your pardon?
You do know what a video game is, right?
Yes, it's a computer game, like a talker.
Yeah. You up for the challenge? Do you, or do you not, want to play a couple of video games with me? I know a place around here. Serves pizza. We'll even treat you to a slice of that. You like sausage or anchovies?
No, thank you. There are too many people in those places, and besides, I don't go out with strange men.
Still strange, huh?
I'm sorry, but a girl has to be careful these days.
You have to take a chance every once in a while.
No, thank you.
You prefer being alone?
I prefer the safety and stability of peace and quiet in my knitting. Even when I was a teenager, I liked quiet places. I used to love going for a rowboat ride on Central Park Lake.
So did we.
We?
My girlfriend and I.
I guess a lot of couples did that back then when they were dating.
Why don't we give it a shot? I'll do all the rowing. You won't even have to sweat.
No, I couldn't. Besides, we're not dating.
And why not? Are you afraid?
Me? No. I have my principles, my reasons.
Now you see, principles and reasons will keep you warm on a cold winter's night when that landlord of yours really lowers the thermostat.
That's why I'm knitting this sweater.
Listen, I'll treat you to the rowboat ride if you're down.
I get seasick.
Now that sounds familiar.
I'm sorry if it sounds like an excuse, but a lot of people get seasick. I also get car sick and air sick.
Oh, so I guess hang gliding is out too then, huh?
Look, it has nothing to do with you.
Then I'm not strange.
I just don't want to get involved.
Involved? We're just going for a rowboat ride. This is not love, folks. It's harmless summer fun for old folks in the park. Come on, we're going.
No, we are not going. Please understand, I just want to be left alone.
I felt that way too once, but that was a long time ago.
For me too, but it still hurts. That's the trouble with men. They run off and never come back.
Women aren't much better. When I got home from the war, I went to my girlfriend's apartment and found she just left. And she never mentioned it in any of her letters.
I guess that happened to a lot of couples. A boy meets a girl in France, Italy, Japan, or Germany, and the girl finds another boyfriend while he's away at war. It happened. Not me.
Regrets. So I rode up from California after getting back, and I went to my girlfriend's apartment, and, well, what do you think I found?
I don't know. What did you find?
Her entire family, just up and gone. And we were going to get married after the war.
That's funny.
Funny? Didn't seem very funny at the time.
I didn't mean it was funny that she deserted you. I meant my mother and I had to move houses after my father died. I put it all in a long letter to my boyfriend, who was overseas, but I never heard from him again.
I mean, everything was crazy during the war. The letter probably didn't even get to her. It was wild over there. I was stationed in Japan after they dropped the bomb.
Bombs. There were two of them.
Whatever. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe her letters just didn't reach me. How many of mine did get to her? I don't know. Maybe she still loved me, but we just lost connection and lost touch.
I know what you mean. My mom and I had all sorts of plans. We were going to honeymoon in Niagara Falls.
We had planned to do that too, before it was better in the Bahamas.
And as they say, best laid plans.
That is what they say.
But he's gone, if not forgotten.
I know I'll never forget her. She had this long black hair, little sailor's cap she used to wear.
You did?
Yeah, why?
Nothing. It's just that I had one of those caps.
Oh, a lot of guys and girls did back then. It was the war.
You're right about that.
So what was your guy like?
He was just funny. Like you. That's what I remember most, his sense of humor. I'll never forget it as long as I live.
Was he your first boyfriend?
No, I was very popular once. I was! I guess it's hard to tell now, but I was the bee's knees once. So no, he wasn't my first love, but he was my last. He broke my heart when he never returned to me after the war.
So, just been alone ever since.
Except for my knitting, as you know.
Oh, I know. I guess I was wrong
About me?
about the weather. I thought it was going to rain, but the sun's out shining, brighter than ever.
What about me?
What about you?
I do like to do other things besides knitting.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Name one.
I like playing the sax.
The sax? You mean like the saxophone?
Yep.
No, you, the knitter?
Sure, I'm musically inclined, they tell me.
Well, I'd love to hear you play sometime.
Really?
Yeah, I love good music.
How about right now?
Okay, sure. Has there been a saxophone here the whole time?
I like to come to the park to play.
So, knitting, saxophones, that's your idea of the day?
I'd like to know what yours is aside from walking.
I mean, I don't know about that arcade somehow, right?
I guess so.
Not very good. You know, I play sometimes.
All right. How does this sound? You like that?
Terrific. You know, my girlfriend, one before the war, she used to play the accordion.
Me too. Isn't that a coincidence? But the sax is sexier. The accordion is so square.
I mean, I guess you could say that. So, what other secrets do you have?
None. How about you? You look like a man of mystery.
No problem. I'm just an old man who likes to talk to a pretty lady when he sees one. You sure are.
You're only saying that because you like the way I play the sax. Men go bonkers when they see a girl playing the sax.
I mean...
Come on, admit it. It drives you nuts.
Well, sure. I said you were pretty for other reasons.
Other reasons? What other reasons?
Well, because you're just so nice to talk to. At least, now that you put your knitting down.
Is that the only reason?
Well, this might sound silly, but you remind me of her.
Your girlfriend from before the war?
Yeah, funny, right?
No, it's not funny. In fact, you're not going to believe this, but you remind me of my guy. I guess we're just two lonely old people looking for someone, and it would be nice if that someone was our long lost love.
I mean, I know I'll never forget.
And I'll never forget him.
Here's a picture.
Billy?
How did you know my name?
This is a picture of me.
Jenny? Is that really you?
It is. It's really me.
I thought I lost you.
I thought I lost you.
Now for a 10-minute intermission.
We've had so much fun putting this together. It's been a lot of hard work, and I'm so proud of this cast and crew. And anybody who's been
It is a truth universally acknowledged that a young man in possession of good fortune must be a wonderful wife. However unknown the personality of such a man may be, this truth is so well placed in the minds of his new neighbors that he is already considered the rightful property of all women and their unmarried daughters. Our story begins at Longbourn, the Bennett home. It is a sunny afternoon in late March.
My dear Mr. Bennett, have you heard that Netherfield Park is let at last?
I have not.
But it is, for Miss Long has been there and she's told me all about it.
I see.
Miss Long says it's taken by a young man with large fortune. How large a fortune? Quite, Kitty.
Is he single or married?
We might first inquire the gentleman's name, Lydia.
Bingley and a single idea of a single man, large fortune, 4,000 or 5,000 a year. Heaven's sake, sisters.
Oh, pooh, Jane.
Isn't this a fine thing for one of our girls?
How so?
That he might marry one of us, Papa.
Lest he be too proud.
Pride is a very common failing, I believe. By all that I've ever read, it is very common indeed, and that there are very few of us who do not cherish the feeling of self-complacency on the score of reality or no.
Well, too vain.
Vanity and pride are two different things, though they are often used synonymously. A person may be proud without being vain.
So, Mr. Bennett,
Pride relates more to our opinion of ourselves, vanity to what we have others think of us.
That's enough, dear.
Mr. Bennett, you must go there as soon as you rise.
I see no occasion for that.
But you must go for an impossible stroke, you do not.
I'll send a few lines assuring he may marry whichever of our daughters he chooses.
Mr. Bennett.
Perhaps Elizabeth is in the mood to marry today, are you?
I should rather bring the field horses. Mr. Bennett, your delight is vexing me. You've no compassion for my poor nerves.
My dear, I have a high respect for your nerves. They are my own purpose.
Despite his protestations, Mr. Bennett was among the earliest of those who waited on Mr. Bingley.
Why must we sit here in silence when we've been talking about Mr. Bingley? And I say I'm sick of Mr. Bingley.
Indeed, if I had known as much this morning, I certainly would not have called on him.
Oh, Darcy, what an excellent father you have. If I should know I shall persuade you at last.
There is nothing I love more than a silly ball.
Oh, come, Darcy. I hate to see you standing about by yourself. You must dance.
You know, Bingley, how I detested it once I got acquainted with my partner.
There's so many pleasant young girls, and several of them uncommonly pretty.
Your partner, the eldest Miss Bennett,
Jane.
is the only handsome girl in the room.
Ah, but your sister, Elizabeth, allow me to ask my father to introduce you to.
She is tolerable, but that is insufficient to tell me.
Do you not wish to be dancing, sister?
I found insufficiently tempting.
In what way?
But let's not talk of me. You, I see, have found an excellent partner.
Mr. Bingley is everything a young man ought to be. So much ease and such perfect good breeding.
He is also handsome, which a young man should be, if he possibly can.
Or do you not notice that Mr. Darcy seems always to be on the fringes of your conversation?
Does he?
Mr. Darcy, allow me to present my sister Elizabeth.
Ah, great pleasure.
Do you not think I expressed myself uncommonly well in convincing Colonel Forster to give a ball here in Meryton?
With great energy, but it is a subject, I suppose, that always makes a lady energetic. May I have the hand within?
Mr. Darcy, I beg you not to suppose that my sister introduced us that I might beg for a partner.
As you choose.
Mr. Darcy,
Miss Bingley,
I can guess the subject of your reverie.
I should imagine not.
The noise, the stuff that pours from
been meditating on the great pleasure which a pair of fine eyes on the face of a pretty woman can bestow.
Oh, really? Pray, please tell me, what lady has the credit of inspiring such reflections?
Miss Elizabeth Bennett.
Really?
Yes.
Back at Longbourn, Jane found herself in receipt of an invitation from Miss Bingley.
My dear Miss Bennett, if you are not so compassionate as to dine with me today, I fear we shall be in danger of hating each other for the rest of our lives. We shall dine with my brother, you see, as well as other gentlemen. Yours ever, Caroline Bingley.
He has imposed upon his sister that he might see you.
May I have the carriage, Father?
Oh, no. Jane, it would be far better if you went on horseback, as the weather looks ill. You might have the good fortune of getting thoroughly soaked in St. Laura Bingley's and ill health.
Mrs. Bennett's hopes were answered. It rained in torrents, and Jane soon sent a letter.
My dearest Lizzie, I find myself very unwell this morning. Mr. Bingley will not hear of my returning home till I am better.
She feels ill and I went to her.
Mr. Bingley? Mr. Bingley, are you home?
Excuse me. Miss Bingley, Mrs. Elizabeth.
Oh, my sister's letter. She had some cause for concern.
Allow me to take it to her.
Oh, Jane, you're flushed.
I would be most grateful if you would remain until your sister is quite well.
Mr. Bingley, I cannot attempt to thank you for your kindness.
Many thanks is far beyond the occasion. Being a pleasure to you is by far the greatest pleasure.
Well,
he is most attentive.
indeed he is.
I have an excessive regard for Jane Bennet, but with such a mother and father and such low connections, she will only find a marriage with a farmer or tradesman.
Miss Elizabeth, how good of you to come. Your sister improves, I hope.
She is resting, but hopes not to be unsociable.
Sister, would you perhaps take to the piano to play us a lively Scotch air?
Yes.
Splendid, and perhaps, Miss Bennett, you could dance for us a fling.
You wish me to say yes, that you might have the pleasure of despising my taste. But I take great joy in cheating out those of the premeditated contempt. Thus I will not fling, and you may despise me if you dare.
Oh, very sorry, Mr. Darcy.
And is Mr. Darcy not to be laughed at?
The best and wisest of men may be rendered ridiculous by that whose first object in life is a joke.
Certainly, but I hope I'm not one of them. I own I laugh at jokes and follies, whims and inconsistencies, but those, I suppose, are exactly what you are about.
It has been the study of my life to avoid such weaknesses, as they often show a strong understanding to ridicule.
Such as vanity and pride.
Vanity is a weakness indeed, but pride, if I suffer the weakness of pride, it is that my good opinion, once lost, is lost forever.
You have chosen well. I cannot laugh at you for it. Thus you are safe from me.
I believe in every disposition there is a natural defect that not even the best education can overcome.
And yours is a propensity to hate everybody.
And yours is to willfully misunderstand them.
On Sunday, the carriage was sent, and Jane and Elizabeth returned home. Mr. Bennet suggested a stroll to Meredith. When they soon espied a newly arrived officer of the regiment, his appearance was greatly in his favor. He introduced himself as
Mr. Wickham, you are the Bennets, I surmise, much spoken of in all of probation. You are Elizabeth Bennet, I believe.
I am.
I solicit your further acquaintance.
Our society, so is not extensive. I venture we can meet again.
Just then, Mr. Darcy and Mr. Bingley came riding by. Mr. Wickham barely touched his hat, and Mr. Darcy coldly averted his gaze. Whatever could this mean? Before walking home, they naturally enjoyed Mr. Wickham and paid him a visit.
I'm gratified to be asked, Miss Lydia.
We are 5 sisters, and we should fall with one of us, Lydia. Sorry.
I fear we poor souls in the army lack greatly in feminine instruction. Miss Elizabeth.
Mr. Wickham?
Oh, but my sister made a conquest.
When Mr. Wickham made good on his promise, he quite boldly suggested that Elizabeth show about the grounds.
May I say that I am personally delighted with your acquaintance,
A courtesy very prettily put.
and sincerely meant.
Mr. Wickham, I could not help but notice a certain coolness of regard passing between yourself and Mr. Darcy.
You have a keen eye, Miss Bennett.
And a curious one, sir.
I have, I fear, considerable knowledge of him. The elder Mr. Darcy, his father, was excessively attached to me. My father was his estate manager. The elder Mr. Darcy knew the church ought to be my profession, and he promised me the family parish when it came available, or, if not, a sum of money to begin life as I wished. Both were countermanded by young Darcy after his father's death.
I had not thought Mr. Darcy as bad as this.
Mr. Darcy can please very Jesus. He does not want abilities.
My opinion is that he should be publicly shamed.
Perhaps, but it shall not be by me. Miss Bennett, allow me to say that the delicacy of our subject has not made you a bit less delightful.
May I have your hand for the next dance?
I should hardly think. But of course. The music is well played, do you not think, Mr. Darcy? It is your turn to speak now, Mr. Darcy.
I promise whatever you want me to say will be said.
Very well, that reply will do for the present.
Do you always talk double when you are dancing, Miss Elizabeth?
I've always seen a great similarity in the turn of our minds. We are each of an unsocial, taciturn disposition, and do not speak unless we expect to say something that will amaze the whole room.
That is no very striking resemblance to your own character. How similar it is to mine, I cannot begin to say.
I recently had the pleasure of meeting a childhood friend of yours, a Mr. Wickham.
Mr. Wickham is blessed with happy manners and a good social status that may ensure he makes friends. However, I'm not sure if he can maintain them.
He's been so unlucky as to lose your friendship in a manner which he will suffer from all his life.
What do you think of books, Miss Elizabeth?
I cannot talk of books. My mind is preoccupied with something else. You once told me, Mr. Darcy, that your reputation, once ruined, and your, how shall we say, disposition, once tattered, could not be easily regained. I suppose you're cautious as to it being ruined.
May I ask what these questions tend?
Merely to your character. I'm trying to make it out.
Miss Bennett, I would wish that you wouldn't sketch myself at the present, as there is a reason to believe that it would reflect bad credit on either of us. Have a good night.
Not long after the ball, a letter of some import arrived at Longbourn for Jane.
Sister, this letter has come from Netherfield. From Caroline B. It says that all parties leaving the town without any intention of leaving.
It is evident by this that Mr. Bingley comes back no more this winter.
It is only evident that his sister does not mean he should.
She expresses his from her for her own relationship to Darcy.
Foolishness.
No, Elizabeth, it is clear enough. She neither wishes me to be his sister and is perfectly convinced of her brother's indifference to me.
I suspect her brother's indifference has something to do with Mr. Darcy.
Perhaps I really imagine Mr. Bingley's regard. I think no ill of him or his sister. It was only an error of fancy on my side.
Really, you are too good. I've come to mistrust the nature of all human character.
The following Monday, Mr. Gardner, Mrs. Bennett's good-spirited brother, arrived to find Elizabeth in very ill humor.
You're looking pale, Elizabeth. Are you ill?
Not ill, but quite furious indeed. I've come to despise all young men. Perhaps stupid men are the only men worth knowing.
Bravo! Well, you must accompany me on a tour of pleasure this summer, where we shall disregard the sex altogether and regard the landscape.
Oh, uncle, what felicity you've given me. What are men compared to rocks and mountains?
As she waited with impatience for the summer's travels with her uncle, Elizabeth was walking one day when she unexpectedly ran into a friend of Mr. Darcy's.
Colonel Fitzwilliam, I did not know you ever walked this way.
Miss Bennett, it's my pleasure. May I go?
Please. On your way to Mr. Darcy's, I presume?
Ah, yes, we've been friends from childhood. And Mr. Mainley, you know him.
Yes, Mr. Darcy seems to be great prodigious deal care with him.
Right. I believe Mainley to be recently indebted to Darcy. Darcy told me last evening that he recently saved a friend from a most imprudent marriage. Knowing Bingley's inclination, I suspect him to be to escape of that sort.
You will pardon me, but what right has Darcy to decide on his friend's propriety?
Well, as I recall, there were some rather strong objections to the lady's family. Low connections, mercantile background, and perhaps an unsuitable mother. This is my turn. I don't want to take your turn back there. I want to talk to you. Good day to see you, Elizabeth.
Colonel Fitzwilliam. An unsuitable family?
Miss Bennett,
Mr. Darcy.
I hope I might encounter you. Is it suitable to inquire of your health?
My health?
Your health, yes, as we have encountered each other in the past few days, I thought it suitable to inquire about your health.
My health, Mr. Darcy, meets all the usual standards.
Oh?
Yes.
Oh. It will not do. I will not repress my feelings for you. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you.
You?
I see I dismayed you. I know I should have declared myself at an earlier date, but there were, of course, problems. My family, your social status, my lifestyle, a family history that, given your circumstances, might have disincluded you. But my feelings grew against my will and reason, and now I think it suitable to ask for your hand in marriage, Miss Bennett.
Mr. Darcy, in cases such as this, it is the courtesy to give thanks for the sentiment avowed, but I cannot. I have never desired your good opinion, and you've bestowed it most unwillingly. I must leave you.
And this is all that I am to expect? With such little endeavor at civility, am I thus rejected?
You told me, sir, that you liked me against your will and reason, but I have provocations you know I have. Would I be with a man whose room and the happiness of a most beloved sister? You divided Jane and Mrs. Bingley, involving them both in misery of the acutest kind. Can you deny that you have done it?
I have no wish to deny that I did what I could in my power to separate my friend from your sister and save them both from an unsuitable marriage.
Quite clearly said that it's not really this on which my dislike is founded. Your character was unfolded months ago in conversation with Mr. Wickham.
You take an eager interest in that gentleman's concerns.
And you would not knowing his misfortunes which are of your affliction. You have withheld the advantage so to him, and thus dishonored your father's wishes.
So this is what you think of me. Thank you for explaining it to me so fully, Elizabeth.
You are, Mr. Darcy, the last man in the world I could ever be prevailed upon to marry.
You have said quite enough, madam. Please accept my apology for taking up so much of your time, and accept my best wishes for your health. Good night.
Has marriage ever been so proposed?
The next morning, Elizabeth awoke to the same thoughts that had kept sleep so long at bay, and sought air and exercise to clear her mind.
Miss Bennett, I have been wandering in the garden, hoping I might see you. Please read this letter. It is important.
Two offences of which you have last laid to my account. The first, that I separated your sister from Mr. Bingley, and the second,
That I had, in defiance of honor, blasted the prospects of Mr. Wickham.
I had only observed my friend's surprising partiality to your sister.
I also watched, and though always correct, I could perceive no symptom of warm regard. She remained, to my mind, indifferent, which confirmed my sense that I must preserve my friend from farther connection.
Bingley has a great natural modesty, and it was not hard to convince him that he had deceived himself. On this subject, I have nothing more to say, no apology to offer.
With respect to Mr. Wickham, my father was fond of the young man, and said he would situate him as a churchman at the family parsonage, and provide him a legacy of £1,000.
Upon my father's death, Wickham wrote to say that he would no longer pursue the church, and £1,000 was insufficient to his plans.
A sum of £3,000 was settled, but 3 years later he wrote again, saying he found the law an unprofitable study, and asked again for the family parsonage.
You can hardly blame me for refusing.
Last summer, he happened to meet my younger sister, Georgiana, in London. She was only 15 at the time and was tricked to find herself in love with him.
I wrote to Mr. Wickham in undisguised heat. He left London, immediately and alone.
His chief object was my sister's fortune of £30,000, and the hope, I think, of revenging himself onto me.
What a humiliation! Yet how just a humiliation I, who prided myself in my discernment! Till this moment I never knew myself.
Elizabeth, our summer travels await. Though time is brief, I fear we're confined to Derbyshire, but that still leaves us with the delights of Warwick, Lambton, and of course, Pemberley.
Pemberley?
The Darcy estate?
Yes, I recall.
You know, we have no reason not to stop, Elizabeth. The family always summers in London.
Oh.
The trip was for scenery splendid, but when they turned in at Pemberley Park...
Oh.
Ah.
A welcome surprise, Miss Bennett.
Most welcome. May I introduce my uncle, Mr. Gardner?
Delighted.
Charmed.
Forgive us, Mr. Darcy, for walking your grounds uninvited. We had assumed you summoned in London.
I have preceded my friends in their visit.
Ah, well.
But please, enjoy Pemberley freely. It will only add to my pleasure. The grounds are beautiful, and the weather is nice this time of year.
Well.
We will, a generous offer.
Beg pardon, Mr. Darcy. Might you be Elizabeth Bennett?
I am.
Letter arrived by post yesterday. Said Pemberley might be included in your trip.
How unusual.
Writer said open immediately, miss. Pardon me the interruption, sir.
Oh, this is most terrible news. Lydia has escaped to London and has been eloped under an officer. To tell you the truth, it is Mr. Wickham.
Oh, no.
My father has gone to London to try to discover them. What are we going to do? How is a man like Wickham even to be discovered?
What little I know of George Wickham, he is not a man to be trusted.
I'm grieved, shocked, but is it absolutely certain?
Yes. I don't know what we are to do.
Is there anything...
Thank you, but we must go now.
Elizabeth never perceived, while the regiment was in Bedfordshire, that her sister had any partiality for Wickham, only that she wanted encouragement to fall in with anybody. She blamed herself for not making her knowledge of Wickham public.
Mother, sisters,
thank heaven you've come.
has anything been heard from the fugitives?
Not yet. And Mr. Bennett has gone to London to find Wickham. We shall shoot the scoundrel in the heart, and we shall all be ruined. Lydia wrote that it would make a fine joke that when she next finds a name, it will be Lydia Wickham. Father! My dear Mr. Bennett!
Oh, Father, what you must have endured.
Ah, let me sit. What a business. What a terrible business. I have seen Wickham, who indeed agrees to marry Lydia, but he wishes a settlement assured her of £5,000. and a yearly allowance of 500. How am I ever to pay him? How can we even borrow such a sum?
Lydia arrived at Longbourn with excitement about her new engagement.
Father, Mother, sisters, did anyone get a carriage? Lydia, congratulations, sisters. Oh, good gracious, when I went away, I was sure I had no idea of being married. Thought I'd be good fun if I was. Dear Jane, you must go lower, for I am a married woman. Oh, you see, he has married her. Of course he has, Mother. It was all arranged once their father agreed to the settlement.
Agreed?
We were married at St. Clement, you know, because Wyndham's lodgings were in that parish. Well, just as it was all set for us to be there by 11 o'clock. And just as the carriage came to the door, Wyndham's uncle, who had been pressed into service, was called away on business, and I was so frightened that the wedding must be put off. But then I recollected that Mr. Darcy would do so well as to get in the way. Mr. Darcy! He was there, you know, with Wyndham. Oh, but gracious me, I quite forgot. I ought not to have said a word. It was supposed to be a secret.
Well, if it wasn't to be a secret, then we shall ask you no further question.
Father, Mother, I must change, but dear Wyndham must see me in his gown for 3 days.
Colonel Fitzwilliam arrived to speak with Elizabeth.
Miss Bennett,
Colonel Fitzwilliam.
you will excuse my delay here as I come from London with news of Mr. Darcy that maybe it's of interest to you.
Please.
My position is rather delicate. As a friend of Darcy's, I do feel I should remain silent, but at our last encounter, I detected in you some doubts as to Darcy's character, and that troubles me. It really did. May I speak frankly?
Please do.
It concerns your thoughts. It's not your sister's marriage. And you feel around like a bull in trash.
I would be grateful for any information you might have.
Right. Darcy requested that I go with him to London to help find Mr. Wickham and your sister. Darcy professed the business to be his fault. Not making Wickham's worthlessness known. He called it his duty to remedy the evil cause.
But the evil done was in no way brought on by Mr. Darcy.
Sure, but of that he's not convinced. He managed to alert the fugitives, and Darcy forthwith asked for his sister to go with him, but he found her resolved to remain with Wickham.
Lydia would be Lydia still.
Yes. So Darcy then pulled Wickham aside and demanded I get married your sister at once.
Because they're not rich.
Indeed. But yet Wickham still cherished the hope of finding his fortune through marriage in some other country. Darcy then settled upon him a rather large sum for his acquiescence.
I see. Thank you.
Of course. But listen, I vouchsafe for this information. Might I wanted to restore Darcy's reputation in our eyes because he truly is as honorable a fellow as I have ever known.
Of course. Thank you, Colonel Fitzwilliam, for your information.
Of course. I must go.
Thank you.
Miss Elizabeth.
Colonel Fitzwilliam?
Miss Elizabeth, you think ill of me, do you not?
I am very grateful that you have married my sister, Mr. Wickham.
I will leave you to your thoughts.
Come now, Mr. Wickham. You have to be brother and sister. In the future, I shall hope you shall always be of one mind.
You are a generous spirit, sister.
Later that day, Mr. Bingley and Mr. Darcy arrived at Longbourn.
Mr. Bingley, Mr. Darcy have just arrived. Mamma says they wish to speak with us singly. I can guess Miss Bingley's reason, but Mr. Darcy, are you quite sure it's him? I am. Am I presentable? Jane, are you ever not? I must greet them. We were delighted, Mr. Bingley, to see you return from London. Will you be among us all? It is my hope, indeed, my resolution to make Netherfield Park my permanent residence. Ah, I see. I had assumed you prefer the city life.
I find, Miss Bennett, that there are many things in the country that I simply cannot live without.
I see.
Might I venture your given name?
Indeed, I might venture yours.
Smashing! I must express to you how very great my esteem is.
I see.
Esteem won't do, I must say affection, I really must. My dear Miss Bennett, Jane, if you would do me the honor of...
I would, and with a very full heart. Although, before fuller expression, you might prefer a word with my father.
Your father? Oh, the very thing! I'll speak to him at just at this moment. Promise me not to move so much as a ribbon.
I will endeavor to be very, very still.
Lizzie, what?
Tis too much, by far too much. I don't deserve it. If I could but see you so happy.
You could give me 40 such men and I could never be as happy. Till I have your goodness, your good disposition, I could never be as happy.
Well, perhaps you can.
Miss Bennett,
Mr. Darcy, I'm a very selfish creature, and for the sake of my own feelings, cannot harm my own and yours. Please allow me to thank you for your unexampled kindness to my poor sister.
I am sorry if what may have mistaken might have given you unease. I did not think Fitzwilliam was to be trusted.
And let's not blame him. It was Lydia's lawlessness that first betrayed me to your involvement. And we thank you, again and again.
If I am to be thanked, it is truly only by you. As much as I respect your family, they owe me nothing. I believe I only did what I did because of you.
Indeed.
So,
Well,
you're too generous and trifle with me, Elizabeth. If your feelings are still what they were last April, please tell me so at once, but one word from you and I will be silent forever.
Mr. Darcy, my feelings have undergone so dramatic a change to the period you allude to as to make you receive with joy your...
Present circumstances.
Exactly.
I am.
You are?
Yes, I am very much so.
Despite my abusing you so abominably to your face.
What did I not say to deserve that? I was rude, prideful. I was unpardonable.
The conduct of neither, if strictly examined, will be irreproachable, but since then we both, I hope, have improved in civility.
As a child, I was taught what was right, but I was not taught how to deal with my temper, and I lashed out with pride. But you humbled me, Elizabeth, and I must thank you truly for that.
I'm almost afraid of asking you when we met at Pemberley. Did you blame me for coming?
I had the great pleasure of surprise. As soon as other wishes introduced themselves, I cannot pretend to say.
Other wishes?
Other wishes, yes.
And what of Mr. Bingley?
I had a conversation with Bingley and told him my former interference in his affairs was absurd and pertinent, and moreover that her sister, well, she was not cold and distant, and I could easily tell that his affections towards her were still there.
And did you speak from your observation, or merely from my experience?
I narrowly observed her.
And what do you narrowly observe me, Mr. Darcy?
That is something. I am not sure what is expected from that Mrs. Elizabeth, but will you please marry me?
Yes. Forgive me, for you've not yet learned to be laughed at. It was rather too early to begin.
Pray, I must speak to your father.
All in good time, Mr. Darcy, but for now, may continue.